run through your day.
Yeah, initially I was a little disappointed. I think when you've won a race and you come as defending champion, as Chris knows, anything other than that can be a little disappointing initially, but you know, I don't think I lost the race today. I think I was the fourth best guy out there today. I think three guys who had better days finished ahead of me. Actually, they had outstanding days. They were strong, didn't show any weakness, and you know, you saw I was sizing them up on the bike and the run, and all three of them were just strong all day. So for my part, you know, yeah, run splits are great, but it's a triathlon. You know, I never worry about, you know, who's got the quickest swim, bike and run. There's only one split that matters, and that's the finish split. So, but yeah, you know, I was always going to see it right to the finish. I mean, just because you get off the bike, not where you'd hope to be. You know, you've still got 26 miles to run, so interesting, because I did a lot of work on the bike this year, and I think my run actually benefited from it. So, but yeah, I think, you know, there's an interesting dynamic in the race, and I felt great on the bike, but you know, I felt like I wasn't quite strong enough to go with those guys. I mean, you don't let them go; they go, and you know, I could have gone, but you know, had I ridden with them even for a little bit, who knows what would have done to the run. You know, and you know, I felt like a lot of guys were looking at me to shut a lot of gaps on the bike, and I did that, and honestly, it hurt me a little bit. And when a few of the guys went early, I think, I mean, we could see Andy's group up the road, and then when Farris and Timo Brucht went, you know, they sat probably 30 seconds in front of us for 10 miles. But I think when it got really windy up the top, when Reynard and Chris went, that was a winning move for sure, because those guys all came together and all superb bike riders. And I think the guys I was with, it was down to about, I think, 6 or 7 guys there. I think we're hurting a little bit, to be honest, and that's where the race certainly got away. And I was aware of it. You know, I jumped on the front of the group and then really tried to work for 10 or 15 miles, but it was to no avail. They just kept taking more and more time from us. And but overall, yeah, I mean, it was a great reign for 2 years, and you know, I think it was a worthy title defence. You can't win them all. So maybe I'll come back next year and have another crack, or leave it to the young guys.
Rennie's beat you out again. How do you feel, you big fat loser?
I'm kind of getting used to it. I think I've raced Rennie. Well, I guess Rev 3 she kicked my ass. Today she kicked my ass.
The swim off.
The swim off, she didn't really kick my ass, but she did beat me. I did beat her to 1,000 Twitter followers and 2,000 Twitter followers, and I'm hoping that I beat her tomorrow night when the cutoff is, but she's chasing me fast. So help me out.
There's only 100 in it. Who's your favourite?
Don't let her win everything.
Julie, let's run through your Ironman rookie experience. You know, like I said, you're a 3-time Xterra World Champion. You're the current Foster Grand World Championship 70.3 World Champion coming into this race. That's where you took your slot. And it wasn't until after Abu Dhabi this year that you actually decided that you're ready for this race. So was it everything you thought it was?
Yeah, I think it was really. You know, I definitely knew I was going to be suffering out there on the run. Like, my longest run before today was 21 miles, so I knew I was going into uncharted territory. You know, I'm happy with my day. I didn't have a great swim. I kind of got let off course a little bit following 2 guys, and I lost a little bit of time. I was right with the front group. So a little bit disappointed with my swim. Oops, should have turned that off.
You were first?
Is that a deal coming in?
Sorry?
I'll take 10%. Go ahead.
And then the bike, yeah, like, I had a good bike. I definitely wanted to try and go sub 5 hours. Didn't really know what I could do. You know, especially the last couple of hours, but I think I finished it off strong. Yeah, I really had a great ride today. You know, I'd be lying if I wasn't hoping for a little bit more time coming off the bike, but you know, all her results this year, she's been biking stronger. I've ridden with her in Boulder, and I knew she was riding well.
She drops me every time.
Yeah.
It's true.
And Carolyn had a great ride too. Like, you know, I've seen the splits and she was holding me at 3 minutes for a long time. So, you know, it definitely made me work hard. And then on the run, you know, I started out feeling great through about 10 miles, and then just had some major cramping issues that I need to work on. But yeah, I had to dig really deep just to finish, and I think you saw that when I crossed the finish line.
No, I felt it.
But yeah, it was a fantastic experience.
That's awesome. Congratulations, and no doubt we'll be seeing you again, that's for sure. And today, we all know it by now, she ran a smoking hot 2:53 world record. Unbelievable for a total time, the fourth fastest women's time ever, 8:58. Meredith, congratulations. Just start off by just going through your day. I mean, you got up in the morning, what time did you get up, what did you eat for breakfast, and what did you do?
Really? You want to
You had
know all the
Wheaties.
details?
Say you ate Wheaties.
I always eat Wheaties.
Alright, there we go. My job is over. I'm going home.
The usual, I got up at, I guess, 4 o'clock and saw on Twitter that Julie was already ahead of me, which she stayed for a long time during the day, and just had some toast, and it's never easy to get that down at 4 a.m, so shoved that in, had a sports drink, and then headed down to get all set up, and everything ran smoothly as it always does at these Ironman races.
The thing that you did this year was you actually went away and become a bike rider. Why?
Yeah, last year that was a huge weakness, and I did race within myself last year, so that was definitely something I wanted to change this year. I wanted to race the bike, I wanted to race my race, and I didn't want to key off anyone else. So, you know, that's what the plan was going into the race. I didn't know how it would pan out, and I just felt strong out there. I changed to the 650 wheels as well. I think that helped up at Harvey where it was pretty windy. I feel like I was under the wind a little bit. Not like these bigger girls. Hey, Davis, was it windy up there?
No, not on my track speed.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I was just stoked that Dimmins is such an amazing cyclist, and when I saw the split, she wasn't really taking that much time out of me. You know, I was thinking that she'd have 20 minutes. So I was ready to get off the bike, and for someone to say, "You're 20 minutes down on Julie," mentally prepared for that. So when I got off the bike and they said, "You're 11:45 down on Julie," I was like, "Geez, that's good news." I think I ran the first 2 miles too fast as usual. I think I went through mile 2 in 11:45. But yeah, I tried
sub 6 miles, sub 6 minute miles.
Yeah, but I tried to relax and then get into my rhythm and just try to tick off the miles. And you know, it really wasn't hot out there at all today compared to last year. It was a scorcher, so it was quite pleasant running along the lead drive for the first half marathon.
When you were halfway through your run, did you have any idea of what sort of pace you were running?
Yeah, I actually in transition I put my watch on, and for every single race I do, I like to have a clock on every mile out there. So I definitely knew what pace I was on. I went through the half in 1:23, and I wanted to see if I could go under 250.
Well, say it as it is, it's okay. You know, you've got to have goals.
Gotta have
You
a
said
crack.
it. Absolutely, you did, and you did well. And your feelings, your emotions when you come across the line.
I've been asked that a lot today, and it's so hard to put into words. It's a dream come true. It's you know, I've thought about crossing that finish line in first place for years, and so many training sessions I've gotten through just thinking about that moment, and then for it to actually happen and early. You know, I didn't expect so early in my Ironman career that I'd be able to call myself a world champion. So yeah, so many emotions, but I think also it probably won't really sink in until maybe tomorrow or the next day or maybe even next week, but just so stoked.
Go ahead. Good boy. Very Australian of you. How was your day, mate?
Oh, good.
Next question.
No, it was this race is always ridiculously tough, and you just roll with the punches. I've been here so many years. I've had the highs and lows in Kona, and today was one of those highs. It was just a beautiful race for me, and in this type of field, in this stacked field, it's to rise out on top is very, very humbling. So you just do the little things right, and I focused on that after last year. We went away as a group, and my family and my team, and looked at where we made some errors and tried to fix those. And you were half a shot, but you can't peek it. You've got these guys are incredible athletes. You got the new brigade. Andreas Raylert, who's not here, is just phenomenal. I raced him in Frankfurt this year. He made me look stupid, and it's to come out on top is very, very humbling. To win this title again is I've got a title, never win it once. So to have two is very, very sweet.
Okay, so one's not enough, mate. You
I'm
might
greedy.
do that. So tell us what you thought at 25 and a half, how you were going to take this win.
Well, I had about 1:20 on him at 15 miles, and I started to have a little bit of a rough patch up towards the energy lab. And the emotions of this race, you tend to have highs and lows, especially as the marathon goes on, and they tend to be very nutritional, well, for me. And so I figured, he was taking about 10 seconds a mile out of me, and I thought I'll take my time through the energy lab and make sure I focus on nutrition and expect him to catch me, and hopefully his chase, he'll neglect that nutrition a little bit. And I did. I walked the aid stations and took in my salt and took in my gels and had the Coke. And when he caught me about about 3 miles to go, I was starting to feel very, very good. And I knew he wasn't going to blow by me because he was only taking 10 seconds a mile. And he sort of ran up on my shoulder. We started running side by side, and with about 1.5 miles or 2 miles to go, I turned to him and said, "No matter what happens here, mate, best of luck. You're a champion." And we shook hands. And then we didn't say a word to each other from that point on. And I made a move on Mark and Dave Hill, and he dropped off. I didn't know if he was being tactical, and I thought, "Oh, don't panic. You're still a long way from home here. There's still about 1.5 miles to go." So I backed it off, and I didn't want to blow it. And as we were running down Palani Hill, he yelled Coke, water at the aid station. I couldn't believe he was going to the aid station, so I absolutely hit the gas when he went to that aid station and got the gap, and that was the winning gap. But he's still a long way from home. I hit that flat, I panicked a little bit, I started to get a stitch, and I tried to breathe and relax. But when you're running for the Ironman World title, you just close your eyes, grit your teeth, and go for it. And in the end, it was enough. I was able to celebrate and really enjoy it. The last time I won here, I don't remember much. I was crying probably for the last quarter mile. So this year I really enjoyed it, and I was greeted by my family at the end. It was a wonderful day.
Yeah, it really was. And Sienna and Talia and Emma, they were at the finish line waiting for you. So the two decisive moves, the one for me was when you went through the aid station and chose not to take any aid, and Andreas went, and then he came back at you. The other move was your surge on Kuakini Highway, which almost ruined it for you. It was the winning move, but it almost ruined it with a stomach cramp. How bad was it?
Yeah, I was getting a few stomach cramps towards the end. You have so much sugar, and your body just starts rebelling at that point. It's not too happy with you, and I really accelerated. Then got some stomach cramps. I was sticking my hand right up under my rib cage, going, "Don't let me down now." And I just started focusing on breathing. And like I said, I honestly think it was just his. He's an incredible athlete. He's only been here twice. He's very pro-ish in the fact that they come here very quickly and they learn this race very, very fast, and it took me a lot longer. And I think he's inexperienced. I think he might look back. I'm sure he's going to win this race, and he may look back in a few years and think, "Geez, that was the one that got away. I shouldn't have got aid at that aid station," because it was definitely the once I saw him do that, I went for it, and it was enough of a gap to hang on.